You guys, welcome back to Real Talk with SLR.
How are y'all doing today?
It's a live edition this morning.
Mm-hmm.
It's about 11 o'clock in the morning on Monday-ish.
Ish, roughly. I'll let everybody stroll on in.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't heard the notification go out yet.
Oh.
So...
Well, I hope I set it up right because I'm not putting it on my phone.
I hope you got it right, yeah.
We'll see. We will see.
I'm going to go out of this thing.
But yeah, we'll let everybody
jump on in.
Come on in.
See what's going on.
I can't see any of the comments either. I don't know if it's up or not.
Yep, it is. It says live on there. Yep, there goes the notification and everything. So,
yay.
People should start popping in here.
Yep, we decided we'd do a live this morning because plans got changed, and we'll talk all about that here in just a minute after everyone joins us.
But it's been a really, really good day.
So far,
right? It's 11, so.
Chilling. I see some comments starting to roll in.
Shelly B.
I'm here. Hi, Shelly. Heather Hopper. Hi, everyone. Hi, Heather. Hi, Ryan.
What's going on?
Hi,
What's
Liz.
going on?
Good to see everybody. Everybody got their morning coffee? You all having a good morning this morning?
I got my second cup today.
Yep.
This cup is nice. It's like one of those.
It's a soup cup.
It's a soup bowl.
But he uses it as a coffee cup. So
it works perfectly. All right, it's a big cup of Joe when you first wake up in the morning.
Perfect for that first piping hot cup, huh?
Yeah, but you know, I can only drink 2 of these things. That's about it. It's like a mini coffee pot.
I drink like 2 of these, sometimes 3 of these.
Something like that, right?
I don't know if that's a lot or not. That's about normal for me. We only go through like 1 pot of coffee though. Mm-hmm. But we do finish the pot.
Yeah.
Anyway, how was your guys' weekend? Did y'all have a good weekend? We had a fantastic weekend over here, actually. Mm-hmm. We got to celebrate Wyatt's birthday, spend some time with some good family. Gary got a lot of work done. We caught you guys up with some of the stuff that we were up to on a video on SimpleLifeReclaimed the last time we posted. It was definitely a show and tell.
Yep.
But it was a good video. Thank you guys for stopping by and watching it. I hope it answered a lot of your guys' questions and stuff. Besides that, Julia got to have a little slumber party with one of her school friends, and we did some work with Lyft on the road and stuff, and then we took Lyft and got back together with David and with Gumby and Mary over at Junk to Gems and took the kids to the lake. It was a very good weekend.
Yep.
Very well-rounded weekend.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. It's been pretty good.
Let me see this thing real quick. I'll manage these comments real quick.
Good morning.
Ryan Kelly, how are you doing? Michelle Sprinkle, hi you guys. To see all is okay. Things are okay. We did go through some change in plans, but Adobe Greg's Coffee. Good morning, coffee drinkers. Good morning, Adobe. Good to see you in here.
How are you doing?
Yeah, I hope you're doing good today. Rose Chasten, hello. Good morning, Mel and Gary. Dorian, yay, what a good surprise for my day off. Well, happy to have you spend some time with us. O'Rourke's Littlefield, hey guys, headed out. Watch you later. Love y'all back. Hope that you guys are having a great day.
No.
Charlene Grady, hello, Mel and Gary from Cape Cod. Well, hello.
Hey.
And good morning. Adobe Greg's, I'm doing great, coffee in hand. Well, cheers, my friend. Cheers. So, yeah. So today, Gary and I had fully intended, what happened was, you guys know what we were planning on doing today. We were planning on getting this eave that's sitting right over there up and onto the building. But Arkansas and the bugs, man.
So what happened was, we went on over to Come On Mountain, you know, and we were moving lift around and doing some things yesterday and whatnot. Out of somewhere, somehow, whatever, Melanie got bit by something.
I did. I got bit, and my ankle is currently that big right now. I don't know if it would mess up too much to show you guys, but
I think
I could pull the camera down a little bit.
I think she got bit by like a wolf spider or something like that.
I could bring my leg up that high, guys.
Because, yeah.
It's pretty nasty. Like, I'm not gonna lie. It's pretty nasty. I've seen nastier. Yesterday it was worse. It was oozing and
it was pretty gnarly. But like we've been keeping an eye on it and keeping, you know, a close look on it and everything else like that. At first we were like, maybe it was a mosquito bite, maybe it was this, maybe it was that. I think it was a wolf spider.
I think it was a spider too. Like, it has 2 puncture holes in it, so like it even kind of looks like a snake bite, but there was definitely no snake.
You would have seen the snake.
Yeah, I would have seen the snake. I feel like I would have felt a snake. So I guess let's back up a little bit. So yeah, and I don't know if it happened here or if it happened at David's. So what happened was we got up in the morning and we started getting everything ready for the day. We knew we were gonna meet up with David to go take Lyft over to Junk to Gems, and then we were gonna go back over to David's and help him like load up the Jeep and stuff. So anyhow, get up, get dressed, get ready, do the things with the kids, and we go over to David's. And I don't know if it happened before we left or after. The only reason why I say after is because I did feel like a poke, like a mosquito bite. It didn't hurt. Like, it felt annoying and kind of itchy, you know, like a mosquito, like you feel a poke from a mosquito and then itches, or you want to slap it. And I did feel that while I was over there, and that's when I noticed, like, oh, hey, something's going on over here. But before we left, I was really getting nauseous. I wasn't feeling very well. Like, I wasn't feeling good. And a lot of times, like, spider bites and stuff like that will come with nausea, headache, like not feeling good. And I threw up in the bushes over at David's house. Like, as soon as we got over there, like as soon as we got there, I was like, oh, I'm not feeling good. And I stepped out of the car and I threw up. And then I looked down and like, I felt the bite sting or whatever. And I smacked my ankle. It was literally like right after I was throwing up. So I don't know if I was nauseous from the ride, because I do have nausea when I commute.
I think that's what you were feeling, was the
nausea from the commute.
Nausea from the commute itself. And that was...
If it turns red, get it checked out. It is red.
It's a bit red, but it's not...
Any nurses in the live? You guys want to look at it?
It doesn't... To me, it doesn't seem like anything crazy, because we've been keeping an eye on it.
Yeah.
And everything, and there's no necrosis or anything else going on.
I don't even know what that word means.
It's basically your flesh being eaten alive and dying and everything else like
the rotting.
Yeah.
I don't know how fast that happens. How fast does that happen? Like, how?
That happens pretty quick.
But so yesterday.
If it was a poisonous aspect, it's been almost 24 hours, right? Mm-hmm. If it was something that bad, you would have seen a lot more than that. I think what it was either a mosquito bite that was just, you know, having a heyday down there and got 2 good ones on you right next to each other.
Let me see if
it was a wolf spider, where like wolf spiders' fangs are they're just not fun.
It's hard to show. Thanks. It's hard for you guys to see how swelled up.
Yeah.
But it's like a golf ball.
This right here has stayed the same. And
it's all fluidy
redness,
right in here, and it hurts.
Mm-hmm. It's gotten a lot, it's a lot less red.
It's a lot less red than it was yesterday.
And it's a lot better. But like I said, normally with like a snake bite, you
guys get to look at my giant feet.
If you were to get bit by a snake, just so you guys know, right? What you would do is you would circle the bite wherever it's red and mark the time. Keep an eye on it and keep marking it as it gets redder and redder and bigger and as it spreads. So that way you can document exactly when you
guys see how big that thing is though? Like, can you see the lump? That's not my ankle. That's like swelling.
Yeah. That's where I feel...
It's huge.
That's where I feel like we're gonna just need to ice it and elevate it and get her good, but that's definitely a bug bite.
Yeah, so there's 2 puncture holes on my ankle right now. It's all swelled up. I was sick yesterday, like I said, like throwing up and like nauseous and just not feeling good, headache and everything. And luckily, before we left, like I set dinner off in the Instapot, so that way like we can come home after doing the Lyft stuff and everything. Excuse me. But I didn't even get to finish like the potatoes on the side. Like Gary had to help me with like the survey because putting weight on it hurt, you know,
No.
and it still hurts.
No.
But I'm not like a big baby. I can get up and walk on it and stuff. But I don't know if today is the day to heave ho that Eve up in the sky.
Personally, I'd rather not. I would rather you rest a day, elevate and ice it.
Yeah.
And thank you. I've been telling her and telling her. She's a grown woman. I can't.
I know.
I can't make you do anything.
I'm stubborn. Like I woke up this morning and I was like, I still got it, babe. We can still go do it. And Gary's all, woman.
No. I'm like, dude, you can't do this. Like we have to listen to our bodies, no matter which way it is, right? Like
I know it just sucks getting, you know, aches and pains, and it feels like every time we start going like 5 steps forward, we go 2 or 3 steps back, and I just have to constantly remind myself that even though we went 5 steps forward and like 2 steps back, that I guess if you do the math, it still equals out to us going like 3 steps forward, no? So like progress is still progress.
Yes.
And I am very happy with how things are going, but it's just been like a series of...
We have been nonstop.
It's been a series of crappy events lately, you know?
Yes, but like I said, we've been nonstop. I've been nonstop going. I haven't been filming a whole lot lately, unfortunately.
No, Gary just goes. Unless I follow him around with the camera, like y'all ain't getting the footage. Like I have to remind him.
And it's not that I don't want to record or it's like I forget or anything else like that.
Honey.
It's I got crap to do and I don't need any extra crap to do when it's like I got stuff to do. Dang it. And I gotta move. I gotta move and groove.
Yeah.
So
no, that's you got like one track mind, and that's okay. Like it's okay.
I can't help it.
Well, it's not your job. Like it's not your job.
It is my job, but it's not
to do
like,
the filming. No, that's not your job. Your job is to get the stuff done. My job is to do the filming, but I also help you get the stuff done.
But it is my job as well. But it isn't. I know what you mean. You know what I mean.
Yeah, I do.
Everybody knows
I get
what
it.
I mean.
Well, maybe
But
they
that's what I'm
don't, and that's
saying.
why you're explaining, and that's okay. It's okay. It's fine.
I just feel like I need to explain myself. But it's all right.
I know. They'll remind us, and I'll remind you. We don't have to explain everything, but we're just kind of letting you know where we're coming from and what's going on and all that. Mel, if you were throwing up, then please go to the doctor. I might.
That was before the bite.
Well, that was at the same time as the bite.
At the same time, but...
Well, that's the same time I noticed the bite. I really don't know where the bite came from, but more than likely it came from us being, like, it came from when I was at David's house and after I was already feeling sick. I'm notorious.
You were feeling sick the whole, like, the last leg of that drive.
I was. Like, if I don't take nausea medication and I go on a drive and I'm not the one behind the wheel, I get uncontrollably sick. I get so nauseous. I can't do roller coasters and stuff anymore. I used to, but I can't anymore. I can't even do a somersault on the floor. Like I can't flip upside down or be standing upside down or any kind of like that. And being in a car and that motion, it makes me feel like I'm upside down. And it makes me...
Equilibrium is all out of whack.
It is super out of whack, and it makes me feel like debilitated. It's horrible. It's horrible. And poor Scarlett is the same way. Me and Scarlett are both really, really, really like car sick people. I don't know why. We're sensitive to it though. It's bad. I have to carry Dramamine around with me. And then like if I take Dramamine, even the non-drowsy one, I like pass out everywhere. It's bad.
Right. Well, there's no non-drowsy.
Well, they make a less drowsy. They make a less
I always say
drowsy.
that, and she always corrects me. I was
like, it's less
I get to correct you on that.
Yeah, because every time I take it, I pass out, man. I can't help it. Even the less drowsy one, I'll take it in like an hour and a half later, and it doesn't matter where I am. I become like a narcoleptic. I'm like, it's bad. Medicine does that to me. Midnight vlogs. Teamwork makes the dream work. That's right.
Yep.
That's right. And you know what? I'm just holding my horses because I know that we have a beautiful week ahead of us with abundant sunshine.
Absolutely amazing week on the agenda for us for this week. And I do not want to hinder that by trying to push us today. And we've been nonstop.
I'm hoping tomorrow I'll be better. I'm hoping tomorrow it will be, but like it's fat, dude. It is.
Fat. I mean, it is what it is, you know. And I mean, the thing that sucks with like bug bites and like all sorts of different bites like that, even if it's not poisonous, is you don't know what the heck they bit into last or anything else like that. I
don't even want to think about it. It's
no,
so
I know,
gross.
but it's a really bad thing with like cat bites, you know, because they close. Like the puncture wounds end up closing, and whatever's inside of that ends up getting infected, and it's a huge mess. So trust me, we fully understand your guys' concerns on everything. We're keeping an eye on it, and if she needs to go to the hospital, we will. But from what it's looking like it's getting better.
It does look like it's getting better.
It's on the up and up, and you just need to elevate and ice it.
Yeah.
Try to take it easy today.
And like yesterday, it was nasty. It was like oozing grossness.
Yes, it was.
And it still there's a lot of fluid in there. Like it looks like I sprained my ankle, besides where the obvious bite is. Just the skin itself is like really tight, and it looks like a rash / like sprained ankle, but I promise I did not sprain my ankle. It's literally a bite. And the bite itself felt like a mosquito bite, sort of. It didn't really hurt. It just felt like a little poke, and then it itched, like immediately itched. There was no like burning. There was no anything else like that. And then the muscle around my ankle and like on my foot, the top of my foot, when I like do this number or whatever, it like feels really tight, and it feels almost like when you do sprain your ankle, like it almost feels like that type of a pain.
Knowing how your ankle is and everything, because I know exactly where the ligaments and tendons are since I've pulled and torn so many in my ankle. That is pretty much directly on one of your tendons.
I mean, I'm not surprised where it is, you know. And then, so folks in the comment section are agreeing. Dory says, yeah, a spider. And then Simply Floridian says, looks like a spider bite. Some people react to bites differently, so getting antibiotics is a good idea.
No.
Would they treat that with like an antibiotic?
Most of the time, they won't. And
usually they'll send you home and be like, rest it, ice it.
Correct. And the reason why they don't want to give you antibiotics for certain spider bites and whatnot, and they'll just have your body go through it naturally, is because they don't want to give your body antibiotics for something that your body can naturally take care of. You know what I mean? The antibiotics are really a high potent aspect, and you really want it to work when you really need it. So if you don't really need it, they don't really want to give it to you.
No, I understand. Yeah.
So, I mean, like, if you're constantly taking antibiotics for all these little things when it's not really a big deal, you'll get sick, and then antibiotics won't work.
I mean, I don't think it's infected because it's not like open and oozing anymore, and the redness is subsiding. It's just still like all the way up here is very tender, and it's kind of black and bluish.
It's a little bit. It's gotten a lot lighter. I've been keeping an eye on you for all night and everything else, and this morning looking at it, it looks like it's gotten a lot better.
I'm hoping.
It has definitely swelled a little bit, but not a whole lot from yesterday.
And it's about
the same.
It did deflate a little, but then I get up and move, and then it like fills back up.
And it doesn't.
Yeah.
Doesn't help when you're standing on it and.
I can't help myself. I have to take care of the family. That's my job. You know, like.
Blood flow, though, is a big thing. If it was a snake bite, you want it below your heart, right?
Yeah.
But if anything else and it's swollen, you want it above your heart, so that way you can elevate it.
I really, really, really
I know it's not a snake bite.
Yeah, I don't think it was a snake, man, because I would have seen the snake. I'm pretty snake aware. You know? 9
times out of 10, if it was a snake bite, you'd have 4 puncture wounds where it'd be the top and then the 2 bottom at the.
Well, wouldn't you think that like I would have heard a rustling in the leaves?
You would have heard a little rustling in the leaves. You would have seen wrestling away from you. Like you would have seen it.
Yeah.
You know, it's not.
It was a spider.
It was a spider.
Let's just say it was a spider, because I don't know what else it was.
No, I mean, like that's the only thing I can think of. And I mean, like I'm thinking about wolf spiders, and I don't know if you guys have ever seen a wolf spider. But those things are pretty big, man.
Yeah, they can get pretty big. And I've got it, like the puncture holes are pretty big too, actually. Like the size around of like maybe an eraser, you know, like a pencil eraser.
They're pretty good.
But Pam B, so what's the plan for the week? So Pam, moving forward, you know how we are, you know, sometimes like I was saying earlier, 5 steps forward, 2 steps back, but that's still 3 steps forward, right? So we're just going to consider this, you know, a step back because we planned on putting the eve up today, but we're going to try possibly tomorrow. I mean, we'll see where it is, hopefully tomorrow. But like I said, this week we have abundant sunshine. We've got about 2 days of work to do on this back area, and then we're walking away from it and starting on the mudroom. So I suppose things we can get done in the meantime while I'm laid up. There is some yard work stuff to get done, which Gary did get a really good head start on it. We can reevaluate our lumber that we have here on the property but for what we're going to need to start the mudroom, and we can start possibly getting a supply list and an order in, so that because we know we're going to be getting that going. There's a few other things that we can do as well over at Camp Life. But that's pretty much, that's plenty to fill this week. That's a lot of stuff that can be filled for this week.
This week is gonna be a lot of stuff. But yeah. I'm hoping that this week we'll be able to get that roof done.
That's our big thing.
Like I said, I would rather give ourselves a day to rest and heal and hit it tomorrow, because this is gonna be a big one. Mm-hmm. It's going to be a big day. It's going to be a lot. So. And
then, where is it? Where'd it go? I'm sorry. I just saw it got deleted, or it's gone, or it went somewhere. Somebody was saying that Gary could get the family to come and like help out with the roofing and stuff. And we could, and it's not a bad idea. But here's the thing, me and Gary have been doing this by ourselves this whole time. And it's like if you got 1,000-piece puzzle, right? And you put in 999 pieces. And then, you know, unless you really wanted to let them put in that last piece, but I'm being selfish on that and I want to put it in myself. Me and Gary are going to do it.
It's gonna happen.
The roof, the metal on the roof. We will be calling in, like we already let everybody know, hey, we're going to be hollering at you for roof day, because when the metal time comes, we want to get that done in like 2 days. Yep. You know,
that's going to be
possibly a day if how many people are there or whatever. But I'd say 2 days.
Yeah, it all just depends. It's going to be a lot of setup for that roof. Yeah, and we're going to do all the setup, and then we'll have all of them give us a hand with getting everything up there.
Oh, I see it. I'm sorry. It was Travis Sanders. Thank you for the suggestion, Travis. And no hate or anything either.
No, it
was a good suggestion, and I see why you would say that. Like, I get it. Arnold Bodner, Gary, tell Melanie it's a vampire bat bite because she says there's 2 puncture wounds. It might have been Dracula. Ha 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 ha. Okay, just joking around. Halloween's coming. You never know. And then Karen White says, I was snake bit 2 different times as a kid. Didn't see the snake either time. Didn't feel the bite. 2 puncture wounds as well. Well, dang. Mm-hmm. That's a little creepy.
I've been bit by a few snakes, but...
Hi, Cindy. Good to see you in here this morning, sweetheart. But how's everybody else doing today? You guys doing good? What's y'all's plan for the week? And Shiloh Acres says, sorry to hear you weren't feeling well. Yeah, I don't know. I'll be okay. I recover. I bounce back. But yeah, it happens. It's life.
It is what it is.
It sucks. But when you have setbacks in life, you can't lose your focus and you can't let it get you down. And there's no need to beat your butt over like things that happen, especially when things are out of your control. the best thing that you can do is to accept it and then figure out how you're going to continue to move forward. And so that's the position that we're standing in right now. We accept it. It is what it is. And we do have plans to continue to move forward. Yeah. So I think this week we will be, I'm not even going to say think, or I'm not even going to say should. I'm going to say we will. We will. It's happening. It is. I'm like, we will. So if I have to put a boot on and like, I don't know, we're going to get it done. We're going to get it done. Let me see here. Shiloh, I think it's great everyone wants to come together and help each other. However, sometimes it could be too much help. Everyone tripping over each other, for example.
Exactly.
Shiloh.
It creates some situations, man. I'm not gonna lie. You know, there's a lot of times when, you know, you can get a lot of people together. Like when we were raising the trusses and everything, that was an amazing time and that was a great time. Mm-hmm. But there were some points even during that time where it was like there was a lot of people, you know,
waiting for instruction, or you have to set up. We're at the next phase, so now there's more setup, and then. And
it's a lot more than I think people tend to anticipate. You know.
Well, I'll do it like.
It's easier in the sense of like one-on-one aspect wise. You know, like, hey, you know, maybe I'll grab this person and I'll grab that person. And it helps out here and there, you know, but it's...
I'll even say it's like this. Sometimes from an outside perspective, right? And this goes with everything in life. You have your preconceived idea of how it's going to go, especially if you want something or you daydream about something or you fantasize about something, whether it be that job or that relationship or maybe living in a new place or an experience that you want to experience. I mean, you can break it down to even the smallest thing, like an experience at a restaurant. You hear it's going to be this way or whatever, and when you go there, you have an anticipation of a preconceived idea of what you're going to experience. And then when you put yourself in those shoes, and then the reality of it is your reality and not somebody else's, sometimes things can go differently than planned. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And like when we were the viewers, I'm going to bring it around circle. I promise. I promise. I'm going to bring it there. I'm going to bring it there. This is Mel's talk about. Sometimes when you're outside of the situation, you can have a lot of ideas and suggestions and stuff, and sometimes they're practical to the person that's in the shoes, and sometimes they're not, for variables that are unseen or not considered unless you were there. You know what I'm saying? So I'm bringing it full circle with the whole thing of like, we can have a whole bunch of, you know, maybe it might seem like, sometimes people will tell us, oh, if you guys just bought this, or if you guys did this, or if you know, whatever. And that sounds good coming from their perspective, but from our perspective, it's not necessarily.
Yeah, I see what you're saying, but.
Anyway, did anybody else follow my train of thought, or am I alone on this? If I'm alone on this, it wouldn't be the first time.
It took me a minute to follow where the heck you were going, but...
There was a little bit of Swiss cheese. We were popping through different holes, but okay. That's where I was going with it. I knew what I was thinking about. Can I get a show of hands if anybody that followed that train of thought, or am I alone?
No,
now I feel weird and awkward.
No, I got you. I know what you meant.
Now I feel alone and weird.
But yes, no, that's totally it. And I mean, I look at it
now
and...
he's just going to agree with me to make me feel better.
I understand what you're saying. But what I'm saying is, what I'm going to bring into that aspect is this, right? So, some of you guys and gals might know exactly what I'm talking about in this aspect. But when
Cindy
an employer...
gets me. Love you, girl. Thank you, Cindy.
When an employer does something specific, right? And they want their personnel to be trained in a specific way. As much as it's nice having somebody that has experience in said field, it sometimes is a hindrance when an employer is looking to hire somebody and they want to train them in the way specifically that they are doing it and needing it to be done. You see what I'm saying?
Oh, I follow your train of thought for
Whereas
sure. Yeah.
If I
No,
hire
get
somebody
it.
that's super experienced and I have them go and do this over here and they're not doing exactly what I'm having them do and they're like, oh, I'm experienced, I know what I'm doing. The owner, the manager, whoever's trying to be like, yo, you need to do X, Y, and Z. Like, you're not doing X, Y, and Z. You're doing all this other stuff, but yet you're trying to be like, oh, I'm professional, I don't need to. And it's like, no, you need to. You know what I mean? And that's a hindrance in a lot of job places. And they would rather hire somebody brand new out of the start so they can train them exactly how it's going to be in their field and how they want them to be. So they do it exactly to the book of their book.
Yeah.
Not, oh, I'm going to go do this over here. You know?
Not like, oh, when I was doing it, I did it this way.
No, like
No, I hear you.
There's a AC company in Vegas area. I forget exactly. I think it's like Mr. Rooter or something like that. Anyway, they would literally triple check every single bolt, nut, and cranny of everything on the AC system and tighten them all up and take pictures of all the tightening of those. But they didn't want certain people because they wouldn't take those pictures because of that same exact aspect.
Cindy says, it's also you have a plan in your head and it has to be step 1, 4, 3, 5, 2, and other people feel it has to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is the only way.
Yeah.
Right on, Cindy, you get us.
Correct.
You get us.
So there's a lot to it in a lot of different ways.
Because if it's like, our project and our plan or whatever, we're anticipating the variables that we know about that maybe everybody doesn't have the 360 picture on. And you can explain things and you can try to bring them in, but because they are never going to be literally in our shoes, they will never feel it completely from our perspective. They can get super duper close. They could be like right there on the edge of it. But because they will never be in it, it has to be this way.
No.
I don't know. I probably just screwed that up again.
No, that's exactly it.
I just screwed it up again. The goal is the same. The travel is different. Yes, exactly. And that has to do with, the 360 view of the variables and whatever, stuff like that.
Pretty much.
Brian Wilkerson, what's up, Mel and Gary? What's going on, Brian? Good to see you in here. And Alan Dixon, good to see you too. Awesome-o, hey. Papa Smurf, hello, Mel and Gary. Hey, Poppy Smurf, good to see you.
What's going on?
Midnight Vlogs, they want to train their own monkeys.
Pretty much.
Hey, it's kind of like us, I have a way that I like the house to be cleaned, like the bathroom, for instance. I'm particular on how I like the bathroom to be done because then I know that it's disinfected and it's clean. And if the kids don't do it step by step, then I don't feel like it's cleaned.
I'll say this.
Properly. So I like it to be done my way, step by step.
I'll clean the bathroom and it still ain't done to her liking, and I get it to a point where I could eat off the toilet. And it still ain't done to her liking, and I'm sitting there like, what? Like, how? I just cleaned it. Why are you cleaning it again? Like, seriously, what the heck? Like, yeah, it's...
Gary has OCD about some things. I have OCD about other things. We work well together. We work really well together. He's the peanut butter to my jelly. Makes us stick together. Okay, Mel, how particular are you? Is your toilet paper over or under? It has to be over. If it's under, I will change it. And I will be that person. I'm sorry, not sorry. If I go to your house and I use your bathroom and your toilet paper is under, I'll probably change it to over and not say anything. So if you're an under person, just tell me to go outside. Because I'll probably mess with your toilet paper.
Now here's the thing with that, all right?
I'm sorry, not sorry.
I understand why the toilet paper goes on the under versus the over.
I don't even want to hear any mess of that debate. Nope.
Well, it's mainly because of the print on the actual toilet paper.
I don't care, they're wrong.
If you were to pull down the toilet paper, you always come back up to grab and rip. And when you do that, it leaves the print on the outside.
I will say,
if it's all on the over, then the print's on the inside.
So here's the only exception. Here is the only exception that I will make for the toilet paper debacle debate. But even still, I had 3 children under 5 years old, and I still had it over the entire time. However, grace is granted in certain situations, such as toddlers and cats. If you leave your bathroom door open and you got toddlers or cats roaming around in your house, you know, that toilet paper, especially during the C-19 days, that was like gold, guys. That was gold. You weren't trying to waste a square of it. So, you know, and having little paws, little fingers, you know, going over there and smacking the roll and letting it all flow out. And now you gotta like re-roll it. And now you feel gross about using the re-roll. And I get that. I get it. So in those situations, I would not judge. However, over is still the correct way. See, everyone agrees it's over. No, Gary, no, not under. Back to good. No, Gary, no.
I'm still an over person, but I understand the under because of the print, right?
Yeah. As it goes with toilet paper, beards are cool, mullets are bad, says Lindsay. Party or business in the front, party in the back. And everybody, they agree, over, not under. Black Widow has 2 fangs, swelling and sick feeling. Check it out. Hope you feel better soon.
Yep. And there's not a whole lot that Black Widows or like things that they give you for Black Widow either. It's the same concept. It's the same exact aspect.
Yeah.
They will let you sit there and deal with it and give you some pain meds, but that's about it.
I don't need any of that. I got some ibuprofen. You know, I'm gonna tough it out. I'm not really one that likes
they really
to take
only give
medicine.
you it if they really need to.
Yeah.
And here's a crazy one for you guys that I found out on the research out here and everything else like that. Copperhead bites. Sometimes they don't even give you antivenom with it. They just let you suffer and just fight it out.
Fun.
Yep.
Fun.
Kids and elderly, they will, but for the most part, they'll just sit there and see how bad it gets until it's like, oh, okay, yeah, we'll give you some antivenom.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Let me see. Brian Wilkerson, what happened, Mel? I was bit by something. Brian, you're gonna have to, I don't wanna move my leg over again, but you're gonna have to rewind it to the beginning. I think about like 10 minutes in, I showed it, but I got a big swollen, like a very fat swollen ankle, and I got bit by, we think it was a spider.
I think it was a wolf spider.
And so today got all jacked up because of me. Because we were supposed to be out here putting up that eave, and then tomorrow we were gonna put up the zip board. And then the rest of this week, we were gonna go work on a few other things, and now our week just got pushed. But it's okay. There's lots of other stuff that we could do in the meantime, and there's stuff Gary could do without me, you know?
It is what it is.
Sucks. I'm the same way about the toilet paper, so don't feel bad. Bonnie from the Heartland. Well, thank you, Bonnie, for agreeing with me. See, all the ladies feel me. We lived about 10 miles from the world's best hospital for snake antivenom in Aqua Printable.
Heck yeah.
I never even heard of that. Aqua Prieta, Mexico. Oh.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, see, y'all have to deal with a lot of rattlesnake stuff. And the only reason why I know a lot about the snake stuff is because we lived in the desert.
Yeah, we had the Mojave Greens. Those dudes are gnarly, man.
Mojave Greens,
those dudes will end your life very quickly.
30 minutes.
Fun fact, we've eaten one.
Yep.
We've eaten those suckers. They want to end my life. I'm going to eat you, fool. Sounds so bad.
Those dang freaking snakes, dude, I swear. But no, you have to learn a lot about snakes.
Cindy's in my corner. Cindy says, Gary, if you do stuff without Mel, record it. I tell him that, Cindy. I say, Gary, just throw the tripod up and just let it roll and just bring me whatever you can bring me, and I'll make a video out of it and share with the folks, you know? But I am on Gary's side on some of this, though, because the last bit of work that he did with Lyft over there at the road and stuff like that, it was so hot, and Gary doesn't know how to use my big camera. He would only be able to use the GoPros because they're very push and play. And it was so hot, those batteries were dying literally in like 10 minutes. And he was up on top of the lift, trying to learn lift, trying to get this work done before the rock guy came. It was a lot of like pressure that he was already under. And I didn't even ask him to. Gary was just off doing his thing. And if he didn't feel
I
like...
didn't tell her I was going and doing it.
Yeah.
I just did it.
Yeah, he just kind of did it. Well, and I didn't tell you either, because I knew you were out doing a bunch of other stuff, like when you were doing the solar light for the goats thing. Mm-hmm. Like, I know when Gary's out doing stuff, but, you know, I enjoy a happy marriage, so I don't like to tell him to record all the time.
Trust me, I know to record, but there's certain points when it's like, no, I just need to get this done.
So in his defense, it was really hot, and it would have been very extra aggravating for Gary, and he was already under the pressure, and he didn't need any extra aggravation at that time. So it is what it is. It is what it is, you know? It is what it is. But I will throw some pressure on him today since I'm laid up, and the show must go on.
Yep.
So we'll figure it out. It's okay. We'll figure it out.
Well, one day at a time.
That's all anybody can do. That's all anybody can do. If it was a brown recluse, you might have a chance at compartmental disease. What's that? Compartmental disease. What is that, Joe Jacobson?
I'm not exactly sure, but I know about it a little bit, but...
Is WebMD going to tell me that I'm dying?
That's...
Please, no, I have a house to build.
WebMD, yeah.
No.
No, I've been bitten by brown recluses before, and that is not a brown recluse bite. That's brown recluse bites. You'll start seeing necrosis pretty quick. It's within I think 3 days that you start seeing necrosis.
Auntie Laura understands, Gary. She says, if people help you, they need to listen to how you want it done. This is normal, Gary. If you want a home, the safest for your family. Prayers.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I mean, everybody in the family and everything, they listen and they do great and everything else like that. But it comes down to, like I said, it's my first time doing it and her first time doing it. And I'm just trying to keep the plans together and going.
Yeah.
And it's hard to have people come over to sit idly waiting. I am not somebody...
he doesn't like that. And I don't blame you.
To ask somebody for help or ask people for help and have them come over to stand waiting for directions from me when I'm still trying to, okay, how is this happening?
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Well, Gary
that is a rough one.
And I'll say this, Gary's really used to our working dynamic, right? And our working relationship at this point, because we've been doing this together now. And so I understand Gary's quirks. I understand what the pacing means. I understand when to give him space and then when to come up and be ready to receive direction. And not everybody gets Gary's social cues like that, I guess. No. And it's not anything wrong with them, and it's not anything wrong with Gary. It is just what it is. It's okay. It's okay. It's fine.
Me, all right,
yeah, no, you're fine, honey. You're fine. It took me a while. I've been with Gary for 14 years. It took a while for us to learn each other with some of that stuff.
I feel like a lot of that is because of my work.
Yeah.
And everything else with that. It wasn't...
And Cindy says, Gary, you can just film the finished projects.
Yeah.
Give them a little before and after.
Yeah.
You guys liked our show and tell on our last video? I hope you did.
I tend to do that a lot more.
Gary was just hitting it, and I was busy with kids and stuff, And, yeah. It's been busy.
It is what it is.
And so, yeah, we did a show and tell on our last episode on Simple Life. Kind of like Real Talk, but...
I got a lot more mowing to do too, so I might do that today. I don't know.
Well, it's up to you.
I'm trying to relax
useless
a little
right
bit
now
because I've been nonstop going. We had Wyatt's birthday off, but other than that, it's been a lot of moving parts back and forth.
Liz Ho says, Gary, did you unuse that umbrella hat?
I did not use that umbrella hat.
Why not?
I didn't even think about it.
Even though you were going to steal it from me?
I was going to steal it from you. I didn't even think about it, to be quite honest.
I'm gonna put it by the front door today.
Yeah, we need to pull it out so that way I can remember to grab it.
It's right there in the bedroom by the baskets.
When I did lift and whatnot like that, it was pretty cloudy. It was threatening on raining and everything else, and it was that nice, perfect thing. But it was that hot, humid aspect where the camera still was dying.
Joe Jacobson, I really hope that doesn't happen. It says it's where a compartment of muscle dies off at a time. Let's hope that I don't have a compartment of muscle in my ankle dying off, please. I hope that it's just a nasty bite that's swollen and gross, and that yesterday when it was like oozing and stuff, that like it was getting out all the bad.
Yep.
And now it's closed up, you know, overnight it closed, and I gotta put my leg down. My freaking leg is falling asleep because of how low I'm sitting and how high it is. Anyway, let's hope that it heals on its own quickly, like quickly. I would like to be out here tomorrow doing this stuff, but we will see, because I can put some pressure on it. I'm not a wimp, I'm not a sissy, like I can do this, you know? I can do this.
I want you to ice it and elevate it today and take it easy.
Well, let's see what tomorrow brings.
Okay.
Too bad no one used Lyft to put the ladder up on the eave. Maybe Lyft wouldn't go there well. No, it's way too low.
Huh?
Using, I don't know. I think
There's
maybe
no loader, there's no nothing on that aspect.
Yeah, that's just a grader.
And not only that, but
they're probably thinking it was Uber.
even with Uber,
I know, it wouldn't work.
There ain't no way to even get Uber's forks.
So
like, Uber can't even get up to the deck.
No.
Let alone the roof.
No. You need like a crane or something, and that's high dollar when we can just muscle it. So if you go back and you look on our video when we were doing the roof trusses, there was a time where we were trying to use Uber to lift the trusses up onto the building, and Uber couldn't reach. We still needed all the people and all the pulleys and everything. So
it wasn't even worth it on trying to move things around with Uber.
No, he manned it. Just picked it up and carried it.
Pick it up, move it.
Yeah.
Because it's a lot quicker to grab it than to rig it, to try to bring it over, to wait, to...
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was way quicker. Way
quicker just to man it.
Yep.
And it's, yeah.
Go to National Snakebite Support Group on Facebook. They can tell you what to do. I don't really do Facebook, Brooke. Like we have, I guess I'd have to join a group and everything. I don't do Facebook. The only thing that we have for social media, like in our personal life, right? Besides just doing Simple Life and Real Talk, this is our personal social media. You guys are on our personal social media right now. I don't do, I have an Instagram and we have YouTube, and the Instagram is pretty much what you guys get here on YouTube too. Sometimes you get more behind the scenes stuff over there, or it's the same stuff but it's different. I don't know, but you guys are in the know on both areas. That's all I do.
Yep.
So, but it's not a bad idea. But I'd have a lot of work to do in order to do that. I'd have to join a group, wait for approval. I'd have to.
There's no need for any of that.
Yeah, because with
trained for snake bites and everything else like that.
Because with Instagram too, you automatically have like a Facebook account because of Meta. They're both like connected. You know, so like when I post to Instagram, it will automatically post for me to a Facebook account that we have, but I haven't logged in it in forever.
Yep.
I don't really use it because it becomes too spammy. There's way too much spam and fake bot accounts and BS. And then like, no offense, but if you ever do reply to like a message or something like that, then like the messages, they just come back so much, like it's just nonstop. Bing, 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 every day, every second. It's like, I don't got time for this. Not because I don't like my friends, but I'm kind of an introvert too sometimes, where I'm like, I like you guys, but I can't like you guys all the time. Because I got things to do, and then I get too distracted. My squirrel brain, it's not them, it's me. And it's not even anything negative at all, it's just me. I have nothing but love, like.
No.
But when I get in moods when I want people, then like I can be around like everybody and be doing all the things and be like super Miss Social Butterfly, but I got to do it on my terms. I'm an a-hole, I guess. I don't mean to be, but I am. Let me see. Midnight Vlog says, it's not fair to others if they come to help and they spend more time standing around and talking because all the family has their own projects going on as well. Absolutely.
Correct.
Everyone's so busy. Everyone's so busy.
That's another big factor right there.
Yeah.
Is we don't want to be stealing people away from their own projects to stand around over here.
Yeah.
That's not cool, you know? Like, if I'm asking for help, I want them to be able to come and help, you know?
Shiloh says, I totally understand where Gary is coming from. My mom and cousin drove me bonkers waiting on me for direction just to set up a yard sale. Just put it out there on the tables, ladies. I feel ya. I'm sure Gary does too.
Yeah.
Yeah. James Newell says, show and tell is good. Yeah. Just as long as he brings you guys along. And that's what I remind him. I'm like, just bring them along. Everyone's chill. Everyone's cool. Just record what's going on in our life. Life is not, okay, let me just make another PSA that nobody asked for and everyone already knows. Life is not picture perfect and life is not exciting 100% of the time. Like it is, like life is good and you can find the good and the beauty and everything. But I guess what I'm trying to say is on the internet, if you're watching a family and they never, ever, ever admit to ever having any problems and or not just a family, anybody, just in general, just whatever, and everything is 100% going right 100% of the time and everything looks perfect and like everything's rosy, that's not real. That's the highlight reel. Like that's not the full, I mean, I guess those moments are real, but that's not the full and complete picture. There's the other part that they're not sharing. And it's totally okay for them not to share that. That's their prerogative. It doesn't make them right or wrong, but that's not our prerogative. Does that make sense? Like we're gonna share with you guys like ups and downs and you know, we're really doing this to the best that we can and we're happy with that. We're content with that, so.
Normal, everyday folks.
Just normal, everyday folks. Like I said earlier too, this is our social media. Like this is how we communicate with our friends and family and loved ones. And we consider you guys to be friends and family and loved ones, hence family, you know? So anyway.
Anyway.
Yeah. Anyway, I don't know. I go squirrel all the dang time. Squirrely squirrel. Let me see. Lindsay, just take time to heal Mel. Yep, I will. I'm going to try to, like I said, I'm not the type of person that can just sit around for a long time either. I got to be going. I got to be moving. I got to be doing and, feeling like, and it's just bred in me, you know, feeling like I'm being productive each day or like I've accomplished something each day is very important to me for whatever psychological reason. It just is. I just feel the uncontrollable desire to like somehow part of my self-worth is tangled up in that. And I don't consider that to be a good quality. It's actually a quality that I'm trying to shake loose a little bit because I know that my value doesn't come from that. Yeah, so days where I have to rest and stuff is just kind of, it's that God's way of giving me clarity and patience and perspective. That's how I'm going to accept it anyway.
No.
I don't know. What is PSA? Melody, I believe PSA means public service announcement. Cindy Brown, oh, yep, she got it. Cindy Brown, public service announcement, yep. I love how real you guys are, says Lindsay. Yeah, well, you know, I don't know how else to be anything else, you know? Love me or hate me, I'm just me. Terry Knight, when I was a little girl, I was bitten by a spider on the eye during the night. It swelled shut. The doctor had my mom put ice on it. I got arachnophobia from that. I hate spiders to this day.
Yeah, that would do it right there.
Yeah, I wouldn't want a spider biting my eye. And you know what's funny is like it was probably revenge of the Jimmy, because I'm always the spider getter in the household. Like I'm the one that goes to war with the chancla, all right? I could fly a chancla halfway across the room, hit the tiny little spider on the ceiling with one throw, all right? Taqueras chancla, papao.
Were you wearing these?
I was always wearing the chanclas.
And she wonders why she got bit.
I don't wonder why. I know why. I live in a forest and I was wearing freaking sandals. I know why. I did it to myself, essentially. I was inviting them, begging them. I might as well just set up a whole...
Shoes, woman! Shoes!
Thing is, it was hot. It's hot. We were planning on taking the kids to the lake. We were just doing a drop and run.
It's hot, so I have my shoes on.
I'm surprised you're not wearing your Crocs.
Normally I do, but I pretty much have almost blown out those Crocs. So.
Brian Wilkerson's, I kill bugs and spiders with hands. I throw hands too. If I have to, if I'm not wearing the chanclas and I'm wearing boots or something, I walk up and I slap it. I do. I don't even care. Smack. I'm not afraid of bugs. However, I don't like being snuck up on by anything. Like, don't sneak up on me. I will probably hit you really hard. It's just that natural fight or flight reflex. I'm a fighter. I'm just putting it out there. I'm not a runner. I will fight. And if I get snuck up on by something, I will probably jump and fight. Like, that's just, and so bugs coming creeping up on me. Yeah, I'm like ready to go. I don't like that. I don't like, yeah.
No.
Yeah. Let me see. Life is not a Disney movie where everything is sunshine and rose. Love you for being you. Thank you, Susie. Appreciate you. For the most part, it is, though. Like, God is so good to us. We have been blessed so much in our life. I have very little to complain about, honestly. I have, and even with the things that I can complain about, like, it's such a small thing in the grand scheme of things that I feel bad about even complaining about those things because we've been so blessed in life.
I'll be right back.
Oh.
You got a kid hollering at us.
Yeah, I hear that. So,
What do you want?
you know, and I firmly believe that you can find the goodness in any situation and in every day and in every person if you look for it. And so I'm trying to, you know, I've been on this different path, right, for the last few years where I spend each day actively looking for the good and actively looking for the positive because I've suffered with very poor mental health in the past. And I find that doing that, it really helps me to move forward and stay positive and stay upbeat and happy and have the desire for life, the zest for life. Because I was on the other way before in my life, you know, in the past where like I couldn't see anything good and it was just really dark. It was a very, very dark place. And once I changed my mindset of even if I see those things and I have things that I can, you know, be upset about, I actively look for something good in it. It reignited my zest for life. I don't know. Anyway, sorry.
Okay.
Squirrel. Let me see. Cindy Brown, I'm not a fighter or a runner. I'm a freezer, sadly. Hey, you know what? Freezing is not necessarily a bad thing either. Like if you curl down and make yourself really small into like a ball because then you get out of the way. You know, like in certain situations, a fight or flight. Fight, flight, or freeze. Freezing sometimes is not necessary. It depends on the situation.
I don't know how this one all came about.
I'm reading comments and we're just swirling around. We're just bouncing back and forth. Midnight vlog. So Mel is the jump and swing woman. Yeah, I am. I've had too many, life experience has brought me to that way, but I'm not gonna stand and keep swinging forever. I'm gonna swing until I have my opportunity to run. I'm not just gonna run though without being sure that as I'm running, I'm okay. I don't wanna be running and anyway, so, yeah. Y'all need temporary fireman's pole to get down. Just wait, scratch that. Then the kids will want to use it.
Very true.
It wouldn't be bad though. It wouldn't be a bad idea. And I bet you would gain a lot of muscle mass climbing up it. Climbing up a fireman pole, you'd probably gain a lot of muscles. It's a lot of good for your core. What are you looking at me like I'm stupid for?
We went from sliding down it to climbing up it.
Yeah, because if there's a pole there, I mean, I don't know. I guess I'm wrong.
Where is this going? I'm like, where are we at, man? I just walk over that way and now I'm lost and confused and just...
It's okay. You don't have to be lost and confused for too long. It came about because we squirreled together, Gary. Hi, Lila. Yeah, we go squirrel sometimes, guys. We just start having conversations and then we figure out where the conversation goes, you know? Like, it just goes where it goes. For any of y'all that
just popped in,
you guys
I'm
are
with
our
you.
friends.
All right.
Listen, you guys are our friends. Like I've been saying, you know, we're just regular people. Just imagine like you just butt dialed, you know, a face dial, a video call to one of your friends and hi guys, here you are. Hey. Because that's what we're doing here. We're just talking, guys. We're just hanging out and talking. Everyone's laughing. Just don't grease it, Gary. Yes, celebrate the good, but don't be afraid to show the bad. Yes, absolutely, Susie. Because you know what? There is power in overcoming. Because a lot of times when you are in a very bad place, right? It seems like, how the heck are you going to get out of there, you know? And if nobody shows the way out, sometimes people have a hard time finding it themselves. And I know that I've been there personally where you have a hard time finding your way out of that. But sometimes if you see somebody else that you can relate to on some sort of level, whatever level that might be, if you find somebody that you can relate to and you see that they could do it, then it gives you hope that you too can also get out of that. And I never want to stray away from or hide. I guess stray away isn't the right word. I never want to hide that part of our journey because it is real. And honestly, the overcoming it and everything and the learning how to change the mindset and everything is such a huge part of our life and how it's shaped us and changed us as people.
The struggle is real.
And we wouldn't be the same people we are today if it wasn't for some of that. And, you know, like you can't, what is it? You can't taste the sweet without the sour. You'll never know how truly good things are until you experience something bad. It's all a balance, and it's all here, and we all experience it, and we all go through it, so that way we can learn from it and become better and do better for ourselves and for others. And that's what I believe. And so that's what I do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Keep up the great work. We enjoy the videos. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Brian Wilkerson said, Facebook removed my mother-in-law's obituary. They said I was trying to get as many likes or spam in response to not using Facebook. How wicked. Like, I'm just going to say, how wicked. Like, no words, Brian. I'm so sorry that happened. That's terrible. Gary, I hope you're listening. There will be a test later, says Paul.
I hope not.
Don't ever change. I love the squirrel moments, and I love you, kids, says Lila. Well, we love you back, honey. Adobe Griggs, how do you like the coffee I sent you? We haven't got it yet, but again, we haven't been to the P.O. box for, I think it's been about a week or so now, so.
In a minute.
I guess a P.O. box visit, maybe 2 weeks. A P.O. box visit is in order. I will let you know, though, and we'll brew it and we'll drink it here and let everybody know. It'll be good. Mm-hmm. I'm actually very excited. I'm very, very excited. Life is your test. It happens, says Joe Jacobson. Yes.
No.
And then Melody, I need to catch up on some Z's. We'll get you a nap, girlfriend. You relax. It was delivered last Monday. Okay, so then it was definitely delivered after we checked our P.O. box last. Next time we go
it on Friday.
I think so too. We'll definitely go into town here soon.
Friday before or whatever.
Yeah, because we're going to have to, again, place that lumber order for the mudroom coming very, very soon. This week's big goal is just to get the green zip board on the top of this building and get it tied in. If we can achieve that by the end of this week, then that's a major success.
Yeah.
And even with the bite setback, I am positive that we are going to achieve that together.
Yes.
And it'll be awesome. We'll be that much closer, one more step closer. But friends, we are going to get rolling. We've actually been live longer than I anticipated by a few because I've just been chilling, enjoying my morning with y'all. I hope that you guys have been having a wonderful morning and that you guys have a wonderful day. I promise I'll throw cameras at Gary and I'll tell him to get with it. And since I'm sitting up, I'll definitely put something out for you guys. So we'll have something soon. I don't know when soon is, but we'll see what I could do about maybe putting something out tomorrow. We've got bunny updates to update you guys with. Gary's got some stuff he's working on today.
Yep.
And maybe I'll cook for you guys. I don't know. Depends. Maybe if I could do that sitting down, because standing up makes it fiery a little bit. So.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, but we're gonna run. I love you guys. Thank you so much for spending your time with us this morning for Real Talk with SLR. We'll be back with another episode here on this channel tomorrow, so hope that you guys can join us then. It won't be live though. We're just gonna do our normal thing.
Do our normal thing.
Yeah, we just wanted to do it today because honestly, we haven't been going live on Simple Life for a little while because again, we've been busy and
It's been a lot of back and forth.
it's not just that, it's, you know.
A lot of back and forth, and by the time that live comes around, it's like, man, I want to just relax with the family and
Last
the kids.
week I put out a video instead of going live. Like, I was like, I have this video I want to post instead, and we were burnt and everything. But
Anyway,
yeah, squirrel. I'm trying to say goodbye. See how long of a goodbyer I am? Like, it takes me. I'm a true Southerner now. I'm a true Southerner. But anyway, we'll see you guys tomorrow here on Real Talk, and we'll have a video out on Simple Life soon for you guys. So until the next one, friends, we love y'all, and we hope you have a good one.
and we'll catch you on the next one.
Bye, you guys.
Later, later.
Have a nice day.